Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellie and I'm so excited that you're here watching this video today. I'm making a video on my favorite drugstore makeup products. I love the drugstore because I don't want to spend too much on makeup right now because my husband and I are still trying to pay off debts, student loans and such. So to keep within my budget, I shop a lot at the drugstore and there's a lot of really good products. So I thought I'd share this with whoever out there needs some ideas or advice on makeup products to buy. So I'm gonna go through them based on how I would put them on my face. So I'm gonna start with moisturizer. I only have one from the drugstore that I really love. Actually, I do have another one, but I ran out and I don't have it in the house, but I will mention it as well. So I guess I have two moisturizers. The one I have here is the Aveeno Positively Radiant. I just love this. The only thing I would have to say about this guy is that it has a slight scent, but if you don't mind that, then it's the perfect moisturizer. Other than that, I really love it. It has SPF, so I really like to wear it in the summer just for a little bit of added protection. It is really light and it works really well with my oily skin. I'm sure it would work well with dry skin as well, but it is one of the ones that works for my oily skin as well. And yeah, so I've purchased this a few times at least, so I think it's worth the money. It's $19.97, so I guess it's on the high end, or on the high end, it's on the higher end of the price range for drugstore, but it is still less expensive than something you'd buy at Sephora, so I think it's definitely worth the money. And then the second item, or the second moisturizer I don't have a bottle of, is the CeraVe moisturizer. It is really nice as well. It is unscented, so I love that. And it's really light, but works really well for me. So if you have oily skin, you should check that one out. I learned about it from Lustrelux, Katie. A long time ago, I watched her video on her favorite skincare products, and I bought the CeraVe products then, and I love them. I've actually run out, so I need to go back and buy it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that. I think that one is around $10. I'm not too sure, but I think around $10 a bottle, so it is actually a lot cheaper than the Aveeno one, and it is just as good, if not better. The only thing is that it doesn't have SPF. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I am in Canada, so these prices are Canadian prices. So if you are in the US, it's your lucky day because they're even cheaper. My next product is a primer, and it is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. I don't know why I'm putting my hand there. I don't think that's necessary, but anyway, I've seen so many people do it. It's the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. At the beginning, I didn't really like it because it has this silicone-y texture, but once I started using it more and more, I fell in love with it, and it fills in my pores so well, and that's quite the task. I have probably the most giant pores in the world, so I really like this guy. I even sometimes wear it without foundation, like on a lighter makeup day, and I just love it. It just smooths out the skin so well. I would highly recommend it. And sorry if I'm looking down, it's because I have my prices all written down here. It's $9.96. It's $9.96, so that is really good. And then my next two items are foundations, and I just noticed that Maybelline has a lot of these favorites in here, so kudos to them. They make amazing makeup at really good prices. The foundation from Maybelline that I really love is the Matte and Poreless, Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And like I said, I have big pores and oily skin, so this foundation checks all the boxes. Well, it says normal to oily on here. Yeah, I would definitely say it's for oily skin. I'm not sure. I can't say what it would be like for dry skin, but I can vouch for oily skin. It's really good. It lasts a long time. It is really good coverage, and it just looks so nice on the skin. So I would highly recommend that one as well. And this one is $8.96. And then my second foundation is from L'Oreal, and I'm sure you guys have heard it from so many different YouTubers. I heard about this again from Lustrelux. I do love her. It's a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and it's just so good. It is on the higher end of the price spectrum. Yeah, it's $17.46, but it's half the price of what a Kat Von D or a Tarte foundation would be. So I think it's definitely worth the money because I think it compares to those foundations, honestly. So yeah, and they have a really big shade range, so that's a win for me. So yeah, go out and pick that guy up. Worth your money. And then the next two items are concealers, and they are both from Maybelline. The first one is the Instant Age Rewind. I always buy this one in the shade that matches my skin tone, and then I wear it on a day where I'm not really wearing foundation. So like on a lighter foundation day or a lighter makeup day, sorry, when I'm just running errands, or sometimes I don't wear foundation to work just because I like to give my skin a break. It's not very often, but sometimes. And I will just wear my primer and then concealer, some bronze, my brows, and some other stuff. But for the face, it's mostly just the concealer, and I really love it. It's a little bit thinner than the next one I'm gonna mention, so I like it for that purpose. I don't know, I'm sure you could use it as an under eye brightener as well, but that's how I like to use it. And oh yeah, and this guy is not $10.96. The next concealer I'm going to mention is the Maybelline Fit Me. Looks like this. And I always wear this one in one shade lighter, 1 or 2 shades lighter than my foundation, and I use it as a brightener, and I love it. I think it just works so well, and for the price, you couldn't ask for more. It's $7.96. So I would highly recommend that one. And I've just realized I keep saying I would highly recommend. So let's just say this. I highly recommend all these products, so I don't have to keep repeating it. The next items are BB creams. Now I don't wear these as often as I do the foundation, but I do like to have an option for lighter coverage for two or three reasons. One, sometimes I do like gym or other activities where I don't want to wear as much foundation or as much makeup, so I think this is nice. It gives just a little bit of coverage, just makes your skin look a little bit more even and natural. And two, I do like to give, like I said before, I do like to give my face a break sometimes, because if I wear foundation every single day, after a couple of weeks I do tend to get breakouts, so sometimes I will switch to BB creams, and it will give enough of a break for that not to happen. So the first BB cream I'm going to mention is this Garnier one. It just says Skin Renew Miracle Skin Perfector. I really like it. It is the combination to oily skin one, and it gives me just a light coverage, but it doesn't make me look oily or anything, so I really like this guy. And it is $15.68. And then the second BB cream I love is this Marcel one, and I got it from, oh, I can't remember what drugstore. It's a little more expensive than some BB creams. It's $22.96, so I don't know. I actually don't know. I think you would still consider it drugstore. I did buy it at a drugstore, but they have some more expensive makeup there. I'm not sure, but anyway, the reason why I got this guy is actually I hadn't used it before, but I was going to Belize, which is where I'm from. I hadn't been back in 5 years, and I kind of forgot what I used the last time I was there. I remember it being frustrating because anything I would wear on my face, it would just kind of look oily or like just droop off my face, and I just didn't like it. I would tend to just not wear makeup when I was there. So I wanted something that would look nice on the skin, not be oily, and also have an SPF. So the lady at the drugstore recommended this one, and I love it. I wore it for sometimes up to, I think, almost 12 hours, and it never failed me. It didn't look oily. It gave me like actually more coverage than I would expect from a BB cream, and I never burnt, not even once. So that was perfect. So if you need SPF in a BB cream, this is the one I would go for. And then my next item is a mascara, and I think a lot of people like this one. It's the Maybelline Great Lash. I'm not really sure of the exact details. I know it always comes through for me. My lashes always look nice, and I just highly recommend this. This guy is $6.99. And then my next item is a mascara as well, but a mascara for your eyebrows. It's the NYX Tinted Brow Gel. Tinted Brow Mascara. I really like this one. If I'm not really wearing makeup, I will still wear something on my brows because my brows are pretty much non-existent and super light. So if I don't wear them, it just doesn't even look like I have brows. And to make it worse, I have like a mile-long forehead, so it makes me look like my forehead doesn't end. So regardless if I wear makeup, pretty much guaranteed I will be putting on something to darken my brows, and this is the guy I reach for every time. It is $7.49, and I'm not too sure now if that's Canadian price because I bought that at Ulta in the US a while ago. But if it is the American price, I guess it would be maybe $8 or $9 here in Canada, but it's still really reasonably priced. And then my next NYX product is this setting spray. This I got in the States as well at Ulta. I was looking for, I believe it was the Urban Decay setting spray, but they were out that day, and so the lady recommended the NYX one, and she said it was just as good, and I have never ended up trying the Urban Decay one, but I've loved this one. It's been amazing for me, so I would highly recommend it if you need a good setting spray. It's a matte finish and long lasting. So if you need that in your life, then I would highly recommend this if you don't want to spend that much money on a setting spray. And then I have two more items. I have one lip product, and it is from Maybelline as well. It is the Maybelline Color Sensation lipstick in the color Nude Lust. It's so nice. I'm wearing it on my lips. I am wearing a Buxom lip gloss over top, I believe in White Russian, but I love it. I remember it is very nude. I remember the first time I wore this, or I don't know if it was the first time or if it was just the first time my now husband saw it, and he was like, are you forgetting something? And I just laughed because I think what he was thinking was, you know, when some people put on foundation and it goes over their lips, and then when they're done they like wipe it off or whatever. I think that's what he thought had happened, but anyway, I still love it and I wear it all the time. The only reason I haven't repurchased it is because lipsticks tend to last a long time, but I would highly recommend it if you're into a good nude lip. It is beautiful, especially with yeah, a Buxom White Russian lip gloss. It's beautiful, and I'm sure there's a good drugstore lip gloss that you could buy. I just personally don't know of one, so I use the one I have. Oh, and the price of the Maybelline lipstick was $7.96. And then my last item on my list is this Real Techniques face brush. It's called the I think it's called the Expert face brush, yeah, and it is so nice. I use it for foundation. I've had this for years, and the first, like, I don't know how long, it never would shed at all. It's starting to shed a bit now because I've washed it so many times, but I think it is so worth your money. It is $10.87, and if you would buy a foundation brush anywhere, it would cost way more than that. So I would highly recommend this if you like applying your foundation with a brush. And I often will apply foundation with a Real Techniques sponge. I also really like that, but mine was just way too dirty to show on camera. But I would highly recommend the Real Techniques face sponge as well. So anyway, that is all of my products. I am missing some key items of makeup, which are mainly blush and bronzer and under eye powder, or really any. I don't have any setting powder that I really love from the drugstore. So if you guys have recommendations, that would be so sweet. I will say that my favorite bronzer of all time is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. So if you guys know of something similar in the drugstore, a similar shade at least, you guys should tell me, because that's what I really need. I know I had a blush that I loved from the drugstore that I hit pan on, but I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna have to go find it now. Let me know if you guys have any amazing blushes as well, and also setting powders, because I would love to add those to my collection. And yeah, so I think that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you want to come along this journey. You could be subscriber number 4 or something. Very grateful for those 3 that have subscribed in this week when I've just started my channel. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Mwah.